my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my...
What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into a video about Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle. We're not actually jumping into the game. This is more kind of a sad video, I guess, because Dokkan Battle on the Japan side with their latest update have added a few new features, but unfortunately in doing so they added a program called SafetyNet. And in case you guys are not aware, SafetyNet is essentially a program that tells the developers of Dokkan Battle, Akatsuki and Bandai Namco, if anybody is manipulating the game data. Essentially, is anybody cheating? Is anybody modding? Before this, they had nothing. You can pretty much cheat all you want, or you can mod all you want, and there was really no repercussions, unless if you did it in the World Tournament, or if you did it in like Super Battle Road, and you had like just insane timers, right? Even then, it was like very, very, I know people that modded in the World Tournament and got like first, and nothing ever happened to their account. So in the World Tournament, kind of sucks when people modded, but everywhere else, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's what SafetyNet. That's essentially what it is. Now, in a wide view, it's not a bad thing. Like, of course, if you are a maker of a game, of course you would want to know if someone is cheating in your game or modding the game. I mean, Call of Duty Warzone has a huge problem with aimbots and wall hacks and map hacks and all this crazy stuff, right? If you guys played it, you know what I'm talking about. You probably died to cheaters yourselves, and it really sucks. And you would love if they had a aggressive anti-cheat, right? Dokkan didn't have any of that, and now they do. Right now, it's not completely up and running, and so what that means is they're not banning anybody as of today. That may change tomorrow, that may change in a week, that may change in a month, who knows. Now, this is why it is a mixed bag in terms of what this does, because yes, fantastic, we will no longer have cheaters in the World Tournament, and so you don't have to worry about getting booted out of the top, 10 or local, or the top 20 local, or the top 100, global, the top 1,000 global, 10,000 global, whatever it is that you were trying to achieve. You don't have to worry about a bunch of modders, which it's not like it was a huge amount of people that are doing it, but that small amount of modders that were using it in the World Tournament, you don't have to really worry about them anymore. That's a good thing. This also may lead to them creating some sort of PvP, some sort of ranked gameplay against each other. Because why else would they introduce a validation tool to make sure that people aren't cheating in a strictly PvE game with no PvP of any kind? That doesn't really make sense. That's like if all of a sudden Skyrim had a anti-cheat where you couldn't use mods. That doesn't really make sense, right? Like, who cares? It's a single player game. And Dokkan Battle, even though it has a friend system, you are not competing with anybody else unless if it's the World Tournament. And even then, let's be serious. Everyone is over the World Tournament. But let's talk about who this unfairly, I guess I can say. I don't even want to say unfairly. I would say it affects unintentionally, I guess, or maybe it is intentional, I'm not sure. The modding community who does it for the benefit of the game and the benefit for the community. So what do I mean by that? Well, first off, we're looking at UniDokkan. UniDokkan is pretty much the tool that allows you to mod the game. Now, through UniDokkan, you had some really cool stuff. Dokkan Genesis was something that was really, really fun. And in case you didn't know what Dokkan Genesis is, let's just go to like their FAQ. It was a free application, and essentially it would allow you to create unique cards, right? So if you wanted to create your own cards, custom animations, things of that nature, then boom, you have Dokkan Genesis. And there was other things related to this that were a lot of fun. Like, people really liked this. I'm trying to see. Yeah, so you can put like Super Saiyan 4's Zeno Vegito and very, fun characters into the game. And it was pretty dope, right? So it's very interesting. You can put like characters from outside of the series, like Yu Hakusho, Yusuke Urameshi and stuff like that. So pretty fun. Anime characters, you know what I mean? Like, just real silly stuff, bro. Real silly stuff. Blade 5 was another one that was affected by this. Now, Blade 5, actually, funny enough, Carrie decided to close this application before the SafetyNet came out, which is kind of funny. More so, it was just getting to be too much and wasn't enough. What's the word? Wasn't enough positive outweighing the negatives, because this is pretty, tough to do and handle. So with Blade 5, it was essentially a farming bot. So all those people that have 2,000 stone accounts, 3,000 stone accounts, and the character is, or the player rank was rank 200, they just used the bot to farm up everything. Again, not terrible, because it's just brand new accounts. And at the end of the day, Dokkan Battle probably didn't mind it too much, because you're making a bunch of new accounts that goes towards their downloads, that elevates them in the rankings in terms of search results in the iOS store and the Play Store. Bada bing, bada boom. They didn't mind it too much. So you have things like that, right? You have, obviously, Trident Mobile, where Trident Mobile, you would be able to, in the latest Ghost update, have every single unit in the game rainbowed 100%, 10 out of 10 links. And so the best thing about Trident Mobile is that the characters that were in the game files that had not been released yet were available in here. And so you can test them out. That's how I did all of my showcases, using Trident Mobile. I had it on my JP account only, my free-to-play JP account, just because I wanted to try out what was new on JP, and I wasn't paying a penny onto the Japan side of things. So this was a great way to test out brand new units. So it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making, videos revolving around Trident Mobile. Hydros put a lot of work into this. It was really fun. Also, Carrie put a lot of work into the Blade 5, and Thieving 6 put a lot of work into UniDokkan, all that stuff, right? So these are all pretty much done for. And we're going to read a post here. So I'm not going to read this whole post, but this is by Thieving 6, posted on the Reddit. And it says what SafetyNet means for Dokkan and the future of UniDokkan for Japan. So essentially, he goes on to explain what SafetyNet is, what it does, the processes involved when you turn on your game, how it communicates with the Google Store, the Play Store, and how SafetyNet comes into play. Because keep in mind, guys, iOS had its own version of this validation system already in place. Hence why it was very difficult to mod iOS versions, and Android was way more readily available. Hence why you can always find Android APKs for modded games for the most part, and iOS are a little bit tougher. So what's going to happen now is a few different things, and Thieving 6 kind of speculates what can happen. Is, let's just say you're using a modded version of the game. It sends, SafetyNet sees this, sends it over to the Google Play Store and says, hey, this is modded. What do you want to do? So the Google Play services have a few different responses that it can do. Number one is nothing, which is what it's doing now. Number two is file your account name in a log, and when Bandai Namco or Akatsuki decides to do a ban wave, which they sometimes do, especially for the World Tournament, then you can be wrapped up in there and you can be banned. Number three, ban your account. Number four, ban your device. So going off of the IMEI serial number of your phone, or just not let you log in. And that will happen in something like Call of Duty. When you get banned, You still have the program, but you go to log in, nothing. Same thing with League of Legends. You open up the game, you go to log in, nothing. It says you've been banned. Now, typically the solution for that is create a new account, and that may be what the solution here is. But if it says ban your device, then that's similar to banning your IP address via bans on the computer. And if it's ban your device, that means you would have to get an entirely new phone or find some way to spoof the serial number of your phone. And that would involve rooting, and that would, again, get you to the beginning, because you'll be picked up by SafetyNet, and you're kind of going into a circle here of constant, just banning and whatnot. So pretty much it's established that Dokkan is doing nothing at the moment, but that does not mean that they will not change that. And again, they can change it by the time of this video. They can change it tomorrow. They can change it in a week. Who knows? So Thieving 6 pretty much says that while keeping the Japan version of UniDokkan is possible, they're choosing not to. The Japan version of UniDokkan will not be continued. Global will continue to work until SafetyNet jumps over onto Global. And keep in mind, guys, it will come very soon. Most likely with the next app update, because a Global recently has really been trying to push forward all of the new features, not necessarily new characters, but the new features onto the Global side as fast as possible. Thieving 6 has made a APK that allows for linking only. So if you have not done a Facebook account link, then there is a new version. Do not delete your modded version of UniDokkan on your phone right now. Download this new version. If you haven't linked yet, link it to a Facebook account. Even if you need to create a fake Facebook account to do so, go ahead and do that. And that's pretty much it. So very quickly, just saying iOS does have this version 2. And at this point, Thieving 6 is just like, I can't play that cat and mouse game of trying to outsmart a developer that has way more resources, way more time, way more employees to shut down what he creates. So it doesn't really make sense, right? And also, the point of UniDokkan was something that was supposed to be simple. Anybody could add it onto their phone. I mean, even a dummy like me was able to get it working flawlessly. And there could be possible ways to counteract and get around SafetyNet, but it would not be simple. It would not be quick. It would be something that is very complicated, and a lot of people will get it wrong. And so Thieving 6 does not want to have people getting banned because they weren't able to successfully put all their ducks in a row and turn off SafetyNet. Or trick SafetyNet, and so just doesn't want to take that chance. Just get rid of it altogether, and that's pretty much it. So since UniDokkan is going down, that means that Blade 5 also will not be able to work. That means that Genesis won't be able to work. That means that Trident Mobile won't be able to work, and pretty much any other offshoot that I'm missing, because I know there's a ton out there, they will not be able to work, and that kind of sucks because I did like the creativity of some of these programs, particularly the ones that allow you to create your own cards, particularly the ones that allow you to rainbow, 10 out of 10 units. Now, let me be very clear. And if you've gotten to this point in the video, thank you very much for watching all the way through. But let me be very, very clear. I understand from a business standpoint why they are doing this. And Bandai Namco and Akatsuki have every right to do this, and we can't really complain. Like, yeah, it sucks, but this was a free service. I mean, for a while back in the day, I remember, I forgot who the original person was doing it. They were actually charging for private servers. But once it became free, this was free from the community. And I will tell you this right now, that being able to spend 1 hour on a bot farming 2,000-3,000 stones and having multiple bot programs open, so you have 20 accounts with 3,000 stones, and you can have that available in a day. And you can just pull on a banner until you get God tier luck, and then you can keep that account. That does cost Akatsuki money. Why? Because let's just say if you were looking to play the game and you wanted to re-roll, well, you would have probably chosen one of those accounts already, and maybe you wouldn't have pulled 3 units. Because in the same time, you know, instead of being able to do 3,000 stones worth of multis, maybe since you're brand new, in that same day, you would have been able to farm up 300 stones. And let's just say you would have gotten one of those units instead of, well, in 3,000 stones. Let's just say you probably would have gotten like 20 great units, right? 15, 20 great units. In 300 stones, you would have maybe gotten 1 to 3. So now, where is the incentive to spend money and get more dragon stones? You already have 15 to 20 units. Now you just have to farm them up, get them awakened, etc., etc. But your team's already set. Whereas if you only have 1, 2, 3 good units, well, you don't have a team. And so you're going to have to farm up all your dragon stones, keep farming, keep farming, keep farming. You're not going to be able to clear the entire story in a day. That's going to take you weeks. But you want those dragon stones now, and so you pay for them. And then you summon, and maybe now you have a 4th good character. Well, you still don't have a team. You have to keep farming, and you're not farming fast enough, so you pay for more dragon stones. And now you get a 5th good character. You still don't have a team, etc., etc., etc. That is how these games make money. That is how they make money. They want you to summon. And at the end of the day, this is a free game that you're downloading, so you do not have to spend a penny. But if you want the convenience, the ease of being able to get characters, then you do have to spend money, right? There's a reason why Truth, Garesh, and Noir can easily clear every content in the game in a faster period of time than us. It's because they put a lot of money into this game, and so that is essentially their own cheat code, you know. And I'm not a whale. I would say I'm like a small dolphin, but even me, I'm in a better position than a lot of people out there who can only maybe put $5 into the game a month, $20, $30, $50, whatever the case is. No, $0, right? So it makes sense why they are getting rid of the bots. And it also makes sense why they're getting rid of something like Trident Mobile. On my JP account, what incentive would I ever have in spending a single yen on that game if I can have every character in the game already at 100% rainbow starred, and I can do every event in the game without getting banned? There is zero incentive for me to spend any money at all, even if I want a particular unit. New Frieza comes out, it's okay, I already have him at 100% level 10 links. I don't even have to summon on that banner, even though I'm sitting at 600-700 Dragon Stones. Why would I? I already have him. Oh, and I also have his SSR rainbowed, level 10 links, etc., etc. I'm not saying that this is a, Trident Mobile was bad. I loved it. I utilized it. I really enjoyed it. But if enough people start using it, then people are going to be like, okay, why should I summon? I already have every character. It makes zero sense to summon. And so that hurts their bottom line. And as soon as you hurt a company's bottom line, they're going to get rid of that thing. So they put up with it for a while, but once it started getting too intricate, too detailed, once it started allowing you to get around the point of them making money, that's when they have to put the clamp on it. And again, I don't think we should be complaining or crying or whining. I'm not saying that anybody is, but, that shouldn't be the response. The response should be, hey, it was great fun, months, years that we had modding the game. Now that's over. Okay, we move on to the next thing. Unless if somebody else can figure out how to do it easily, there's no point in thinking about it. So, listen, UniDokkan is gone. Long live UniDokkan. I had a lot of fun with it while it was around, but it is time to move on. And listen, if you haven't moved on over to the subscribe button, I don't know what you are planning but it ain't nothing good, so gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.